I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all.
In 2014, a barefoot 7-year-old girl stepped onto the stage of Norway's Got Talent and delivered a haunting rendition of Gloomy Sunday that silenced the entire room. Her name? Angelina Jordan. And that one performance didn't just win her the season. It sent shockwaves around the globe. Within days, the clip went viral, sparking headlines in Europe, Asia, and the United States. Viewers weren't just captivated by her mature, soulful voice. What stunned them was how such raw, emotional depth could come from a child. Angelina, dressed simply and standing shoeless, seemed to channel the greats like Billie Holiday and Ella Fitzgerald with eerie precision. That barefoot look wasn't just a fashion choice, it was a personal statement. In later interviews, Angelina explained it was in honor of a young girl she met in the Middle East who had no shoes. That story tugged at global heartstrings and deepened her appeal, instantly transforming her from just another talent show winner into a symbol of compassion, mystery, and artistic authenticity. The media dubbed her the Old Soul, and fans flooded her with love from every corner of the internet. Overnight, Angelina's performances amassed millions of views on YouTube, and she began trending across social platforms, blogs, and even mainstream television segments. Major jazz musicians took notice, vocal coaches dissected her tone, and fans began creating compilation videos, fan edits, and tribute covers. But that wasn't the end of the story. This viral breakout was just the first spark in what would become a quietly booming career. Because while most child stars fizzle out, Angelina was only getting started. 6 years after captivating Norway, Angelina Jordan re-emerged onto the global stage, and this time, she aimed straight for Hollywood. In 2020, she appeared on America's Got Talent, The Champions, a show known for hosting the world's most iconic talent acts. Clad in her signature barefoot style and vintage attire, Angelina sang a stunning rendition of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody that flipped expectations on their head. The moment her voice hit the first note, the room froze. Judges leaned forward, jaws dropped, and just seconds later, Heidi Klum slammed the golden buzzer, sending her straight to the finals. But the buzz didn't stop on stage. That performance exploded online, racking up millions of views within hours and catapulting Angelina into the hearts of American viewers. Suddenly, talk shows, music blogs, and global news outlets were scrambling to feature the girl with the golden voice. Behind the scenes, industry insiders were taking notes. Her song selection, vocal control, and understated presence made her stand out in a sea of overproduced acts. Fans weren't just watching, they were obsessed, analyzing every detail from her song choices to her silent expressions. And while she didn't win the final competition, Angelina walked away with something far more valuable: America's attention. The performance led to a sharp uptick in global searches, Spotify plays, and YouTube subscriptions. Most importantly, it opened the door to something she'd been quietly preparing for all along: a transition from child prodigy to full-fledged artist. But her next move wasn't just another TV performance. It would redefine her career and unlock entirely new income streams. Shortly after her AGT momentum reached a fever pitch, Angelina Jordan signed a deal with Republic Records, one of the biggest music labels in the world. It was a calculated move that signaled a shift from viral sensation to professional recording artist. Under Republic, she released her debut original single Million Miles, an emotional ballad that showcased her lyrical maturity and vocal control. The track quickly gained traction on streaming platforms, with fans praising its stripped-back style and personal lyrics. More singles followed, including Love Don't Let Me Go and Now I'm the Fool, each racking up hundreds of thousands of streams. On Spotify alone, she now boasts over 1 million monthly listeners, and her YouTube channel continues to grow steadily, with some performance videos passing the 15 million mark. Revenue from YouTube ads, Spotify royalties, Apple Music plays, and digital downloads has become a reliable source of income. While she hasn't released a full studio album yet, her steady drip of singles has helped her maintain visibility and engagement without overexposing herself, a tactic many independent artists use to sustain long-term fan interest. And unlike viral artists who chase algorithmic trends, Angelina remains faithful to her jazz blues roots, which helps her stand out in the crowded digital space. With each release, she quietly expands her fan base and her bank account. But the real surprise lies in how she's been leveraging these releases behind closed doors through exclusive private performances and hidden licensing deals. Long before she ever set foot on AGT stage, Angelina Jordan was already on the radar of the elite. She performed for Nobel Peace Prize audiences in Oslo, entertained international dignitaries, and appeared at humanitarian events backed by global organizations. But as her fame grew, so did the exclusivity of her performance schedule. Invitations began pouring in from embassies, royal families, and major global summits, all requesting intimate performances tailored for VIP audiences. One particularly viral moment showed Angelina performing barefoot in front of thousands at the United Nations, delivering a powerful message about peace and childhood trauma through music. These weren't just shows, they were statements. They also came with significantly higher performance fees than traditional concert gigs. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, she developed a mentor-like relationship with the legendary Quincy Jones, who once called her one of the most promising young voices in the world. That endorsement alone opened countless doors. With her unique blend of jazz, soul, and artistic presence, Angelina fit perfectly into the world of curated, high-end performances that few artists, let alone teenagers, ever access. While the public might not see these concerts in vlogs or media headlines, they are some of her most lucrative opportunities, often paying 5 figures per appearance. But despite rubbing shoulders with royalty and legends, Angelina maintained a low-key profile, intentionally, which left fans asking, if she wasn't chasing fame, what else was she building behind the scenes? Unlike most young stars who flood their social media feeds with brands and endorsements, Angelina Jordan has remained unusually quiet when it comes to commercial deals. But that doesn't mean they aren't happening. Industry insiders have speculated about several fashion and art-related partnerships, especially luxury and vintage-inspired brands that align with her unique aesthetic. Her love for 1940s style gowns, jazz club visuals, and minimalist stage presence makes her an ideal candidate for collaborations with brands that want depth and class over flash. Though she has yet to confirm any official sponsorships, there have been hints. Certain music videos feature high-end design elements, subtle product placements, and uniquely styled sets that suggest outside funding. Others note that she's featured in limited-release fashion content and European magazines that rarely spotlight non-commercial artists without a strategic agenda. The lack of overt sponsorship posts has also led many fans to believe she's either being highly selective or choosing to invest in long-term artistic integrity over quick paychecks. Regardless, it's clear that Angelina's personal brand has immense value. If monetized fully, it could push her income into 7-figure territory. But even more curious is the team behind her decisions, because nothing about her career has been accidental. And that includes how her earnings are protected. At the core of Angelina Jordan's empire is a tight-knit support system, led largely by her mother and grandmother. Her grandmother, who inspired the barefoot symbolism, also co-authored a children's book with Angelina titled Between Two Hearts, adding yet another income stream via book royalties and international translations. Unlike many young stars who fall under corporate management early, Angelina's career has been carefully guided by her family, giving her more creative control and a bigger slice of profits. This setup has allowed her to pursue projects that reflect her values: humanitarian causes, soul music, and cultural storytelling, rather than commercialized pop trends. More importantly, this family-driven model has kept her safe from exploitative contracts and short-term marketing traps. Royalties from her original songs, licensing fees from sync placements, and digital ad revenue are reportedly handled in-house, minimizing third-party cuts. This structure has helped her maintain financial stability while also building long-term artistic equity. She's not the face of a flashy empire, but of a quiet, carefully managed one. And for someone her age, that's an anomaly. Still, for all her careful planning, one question remained unanswered. Was she living a millionaire lifestyle or something else entirely? Unlike typical teen stars with Lamborghinis and designer closets, Angelina Jordan lives by a completely different code. Her social media presence is clean, minimalist, and shockingly modest. No mansion tours, no luxury vacations, no brand hauls. Instead, her posts center on music, reflection, and occasional glimpses of family life. Based on interviews and sightings, she splits her time between Oslo and Los Angeles, staying mostly in creative spaces or temporary artist housing rather than purchasing high-profile estates. That choice alone speaks volumes. She's not chasing a flashy image, but rather investing in experiences that fuel her creativity. While fans have speculated about her owning property in California or Norway, no records of extravagant purchases have surfaced. Her travel is mostly linked to performances or philanthropic work, and she often flies under the radar with small entourages and low-key appearances. Even her wardrobe is thrift-inspired and self-curated, often featuring vintage pieces rather than designer tags. This lifestyle isn't just an artistic choice, it's a financial strategy. By avoiding unnecessary expenses and luxury branding, Angelina protects her earnings and stays grounded. But beneath that humble image lies a career that's quietly become lucrative. And when experts did the math, her net worth surprised even the most seasoned analysts. After years of viral fame, global performances, streaming royalties, and low-key brand building, financial analysts estimate that Angelina Jordan's current net worth in 2025 ranges between $1.5 million to $3 million. It's a number that might seem modest compared to mainstream pop stars, but in Angelina's case, that wealth is built on artistic freedom and strategic longevity. Her income streams include YouTube ad revenue, Spotify royalties, high-paying private concerts, publishing rights, and international appearance fees. Add in licensing agreements and merchandising from her book and original songs, and it becomes clear that she's built a multifaceted revenue system without selling out. Unlike other artists who burn fast and fade, Angelina's growth has been slow, steady, and sustainable. She's avoided costly lifestyle inflation, limited her dependence on short-lived trends, and focused on depth rather than hype. This approach not only protects her financially, but also builds a loyal fan base that follows her for years, not just for one viral moment. More deals are likely in the pipeline, especially as she matures and expands into adult artistry. In short, Angelina Jordan isn't just rich in talent. She's quietly building a music empire.